This is new. This is a new setting. It just did a thing. Instagram's updated Muhammad back. What is this? What's happening? You know what though? It's okay. I'm all here for it. I think this is probably to help people see the comments because the text overlaps with the video. So it's giving now a bar in between the comment section and the video. How freaking cool is that? I'm here for this. So, hello, beautiful muses. How are you doing? How are you feeling? So excited to go live with you. Let's see what's happening. Oh, cool. That is so freaking cool. I actually really like this. So there's an arrow. I'm into this. Okay, Instagram, I'm here for the change. Change is good. Change is good. Simplification is good. Living your life in a way that feels good is good. It's good for you. It's good for you, for me, for us. If I'm in my power, if I'm happy and blissed out in my life, it means that you are in your power and you are blissed out in your life, because even if you don't feel that way right now, I become this mirror, this representation of what you desire. And once you align yourself to it, it's like boom, 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 boom. I realized this week I really wanted to take stock. I have been taking stock. I have been taking stock of so many things. Katie, you are the first one to come under this new setting that's happening here. They changed the Instagram live interface, so it looks completely different. So this is really cool. And it actually allows me to see your comments, because sometimes if the background is too light, I can't see the text. So they must have factored that in finally. I'm here for it. Okay, cool. Change is good, as we were saying. I realized that I really wanted to simplify my life. And that's kind of what I do all day long. What I do, especially when I'm coaching someone, when I'm coaching a client, is I simplify the overcomplicated. We get too in our heads. We get wrapped up in things that don't actually serve, that don't actually help us. I was going to say, I was so confused. It looks different, right? It does. Okay, so it looks different for you too? That's so wild. It's a completely new thing. And I guess you can adjust the title now up top. I'm like, what is this so fancy? But you know what? It's okay. We're good. We're up leveling. And it's kind of awesome that Instagram has up leveled the day that I feel like I've up leveled. This week has been a massive shift for me. This week I've been getting all of these downloads of what I truly desire, what I truly want my life to look like. And I started to make some uncomfortable realizations about myself and what I want and how I want to operate in the world and how I want to share my message and how I want to share my gifts. And what I'm most excited about to work with people around. These last couple of months have been really, really clear for me, and it's really been about getting into alignment with things. And what does that mean? It means lining up with the you that has everything you desire. That's how I look at it. It's the simplest. What can you do that's the simplest and that is the most authentic to who you are, to line up with where you actually want to be and the person that you are when you have everything that you want. And I realized I wanted way more effortlessness. Oh, I can make you small to be able to see more comments. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I can do the same, which is really freaking cool. And I'm happy that it shows up on both sides, because it means that I can see all of the text finally, which is cool. Sometimes my eyes be like, what did they say? What was that? Hello, how are we doing? How are we feeling? So, in my coaching, this is what I do all day long, is I help people Rubik's Cube situations until they feel good finally. And I create expansiveness, and I really look at where we can optimize your strengths and where we can optimize spaces in your life to create more room for you. And what I realized is I didn't feel like I had a lot of room. I love the Long Story Short program. I do. But it has been also really draining on my energy. A lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving parts. And I discovered this when I ran Market Your Magic, which is why I spaced things out for this program to do things, live module with recorded pieces, and then live module after recorded pieces. And even still, that's still a lot for me. And even if I think about running this program again live, and incorporating the recorded pieces I've already recorded, and I have a team, and all of the things are all the stars are aligned and everything looks great and I have all the support, I still don't feel excited about running this program again. And so the more I thought about it, the more I realized it's because I very rarely myself enroll in programs. I am in programs currently, but only from one particular person, and only because in the container that I'm in, I can watch it whenever I want. I can jump in at any time. I have so much room and I have so much breathability, and it makes me feel next level. It makes me feel like I'm not tight and restricted. And so I was trying this new way of doing things with these programs, and I've tried courses before, and nothing has felt quite right in the model, in the business model I'm creating. And then what was happening is I was creating all of these offers because I was really excited about certain things. And so, oh, I know this is your course, baby. It is. It is. I've poured so much of my heart and soul into this one, and it means the world to me. But running it again and again just doesn't work for me. So, hi, how are you, Jessie? So what I've decided is, hi, Carrie. So what I've decided is to really keep things simple. I love simplicity, and this is what I help my clients find all day long. I realized with all of these different offers, I was overcomplicating things, and what was so special about this last month and so effortless is that people were just straight up paying me through PayPal links. Like, I didn't even have sales pages up for anything yet. I was just putting out offers for things, and people were purchasing the offers in the most simplest way possible. I send you a Facebook group link, I send you this or whatever, or an enrollment letter or whatever. Hi! You did such a great job participating in yesterday's module, Carrie. I love you. Thank you for being open and honest and vulnerable. And I love that you're in this program. But I'm not going to be running programs, at least not right now where things stand anymore. What I'm doing is I am making things super simple. I love bundles. I love my master classes. They're like my favorite thing on the planet to create. They're my favorite thing on the planet to create. They're my favorite thing in the world to launch. But I really want to stay in this lane. The Trifecta Masterclass bundle is probably my favorite thing I've ever done. Probably because it came from pure channeling. Even the masterclasses that are in them, pure channeling. I was fully in myself, and I was fully true to myself. If I'm anything, it's honest. You are, and I love it. So I was fully in myself when I was creating this. I was fully myself expressing it, and I still am feeling this way selling it. And I love focusing on creativity, and I love focusing on healing and receiving and motivating yourself. I love these things. These are the things that I've struggled with the most in my life, that the people who come to me have struggled with the most in my life. So the Trifecta Masterclass the Trifecta Masterclass bundle is going to be a forever offer. By the way, it's $222 now on early bird. It goes up to $255 next week. So if you also want to buy it for a friend, Katie is actually enrolled in the bundle and gifted one of the masterclasses to a friend. I can do that as well. I can split up the masterclasses and send it to whoever it is you desire. I love this bundle. And what I've decided is that Muse Magic and Serenity are exclusive to this bundle. They will not be sold separately. So they are included in the Trifecta Masterclass bundle. You cannot get them anywhere else. Effortless Follow Through will remain its own standalone masterclass, or you can get it when you buy the Trifecta Masterclass bundle. Because it's everything. It's all about creativity, and I really want this to be the thing that shifts you. I think if you go ahead and just get one piece of the puzzle, it's a good starting point. But if I were to start offering different separate pieces, it would get muddled. Versus you having it all in one place. So the Trifecta Masterclass bundle is going to be, at least at this point, a forever thing. Muse Magic and Serenity, they're going to be in the Masterclass bundle only, nowhere else, unless you join the live round of Serenity, because I love teaching live, so I like having people for it. I love the experience of teaching live. So if you want to get into Serenity, early bird is $88. We go live to teach it November 4th, and it's automatically included in the Trifecta Masterclass bundle. You have access to the Facebook group link if you want to come live, or I will put up the replay in your portal. So that is that. Effortless Follow Through will remain the same. I still love Strut Your Story, so Strut Your Story is staying the same. I've taken down my programs. You cannot enroll in my programs. You can enroll in programs for the next year. What I'm doing instead, because the content is gold. I love these programs. I love the courses. I love everything about them, but I don't feel like launching them, and I don't feel like just sharing them with anybody either. You really have to want to get into the next, go to the next step, go to the next level to be in them, is the way I've decided. So about 2 weeks ago, I came up with something called the calibration key. Now, I may have mentioned this in some exclusive spaces, like the Goddess Muse Vibes Facebook group, where I go in there pretty often, pretty much every day, talking to you guys. I love it. I love that group so much. I think I might have mentioned it in one of the lives there. I'm not 100%. And long story short, the people that are in this current round, you guys are getting an exclusive opportunity, a special way to enroll in the calibration key if you desire. But the calibration key is essentially going to be a cross between a mastermind and a membership. So every month you'll pay a certain fee every month, and you will have access to all programs, all courses I've ever run. So you will have the links to get into all of them, all the master classes I run, whatever I sort of come up that's new as well. You will have access to them. You will be able to go into these spaces. You will have access to them for a year. And so every month you will be able to get into all of these things. And then the mastermind element kind of comes in with the group coaching I want to do, because I love group coaching. That's part of the reason why I was drawn to programs. I just don't want to do it in the format of a program anymore. So once a month, I will be doing a group coaching call where essentially, like, you could be there. We'll decide if we want to do it like a Zoom situation where you're actually there, your face is there, or if we do it where I'm live and I'm answering questions and you guys are getting really real in the comments, and we can decide month to month. It won't be like a set in stone thing, so whatever everybody's feeling. But once a month we will have a group coaching call, and that will be the only other way to work with me, like in a one-to-one sort of way, except you'll be amongst people who are desiring to go to the next level as well. And then there will be private coaching. So one-to-one coaching with me is like a Patreon, not really, no, because I guess in the sense of like a membership aspect, but not really. Because Patreon for me feels very much like a subscription service, and it's not so much that, even though it does have a membership kind of vibe. This also incorporates, like I said, a mastermind element. So where I group coach you, where there's accountability, where we can talk about things, people who are really desiring to go to the next level in this space. So it'll be a Facebook group where you'll have access to all the links to all of my things, and then it'll be up until the year is over. So if you were in long story short, the program, you know that you get 90-day access. If you're in the calibration key, you get to hold the key basically until your year is up, and you can be in that program and rewatch it as many times as you want. But then there's the group coaching element where I really want to see you start, really creating big waves in whatever it is that you want to do. If you're a creative business owner, if you're someone who wants to tell stories for a living, I really want you to be able to do that in a really huge, explosive way. Plus, the reason it's called the calibration key is I want you to sync up to where I am. So every month that I come in there to coach, there are things that are going to be happening in my life. There are going to be things that are happening in my business, and you're going to very likely want to ask me about them. You're going to want to pick my brain about it. You're going to know how I did it. You're going to want to know specifics. So I want to be able to give you that access to me once a month, and that is what the calibration key is. So it feels very different to me than a Patreon. A Patreon to me feels like I've got to make content up so that you will keep subscribing to me. It's like content for you. It's more like you get an all access pass to me. And in once a month you coach with me, and then you also get, access to all the programs I've ever run and the master classes that I have. So it's a very different vibe for me. I want to blend this sort of mastermind element with a membership element. So that is something that's coming next month. And if you want to know more about it, you can DM me. The price is going to be $222 a month, or you can pay in full $2,222 for the entire year. And so once you're in there for the entire year, you don't have to worry about it. Whatever you pay the price is locked. So even if the calibration key goes up in price, you're not paying anything different. It's whatever you decide to pay, that's what you pay. And then you're in there, and then you can decide if you want to continue for another year, or you can back out. It's up to you. And then, you can not back out, I'm sorry. So you can decide if you want to continue for another year, or you can stop, is what I meant. So I would take you out of the groups, and then we would move forward. But really simple, really easy for me to maintain and me to get excited, because I want to be able to give you even more. And I don't want to do it within the context of a program. See, the thing is, like, even with long story short, I've been finding it's really difficult for me to not go into like a bunch of different things around a specific topic, because there's so many pieces to even just one thing. So trying to keep myself tamped down to just writing, to just publishing, to just selling, when I know like this is really about who you are all the way around. Hi, we've got Words of Friend. Hello. When I know that this is about the long game, and I know that this is about holistically what everything looks like all the way around, it's really difficult for me sometimes to not give you everything and keep it really specific to the context of what the program is, because that is what you asked for and that is what I'm there to offer you. So with the calibration key, it's basically a free-for-all. Whatever you desire to ask me, whatever you desire to know, whatever nitty-gritty details, when you see these successes happen, if you want to pick my brain, if you want to unpack how it happened, I want to be able to do that with you once a month and really go deep. And again, have this sort of accountability moment with you as well, particularly if we decide 1 month to go all of us live in a room and I'm seeing your face and you're telling me your story and you're telling me what you're dealing with and what you're experiencing in your life, and I can help you shift in major ways during that call, and you have that opportunity to then work with me. Because private coaching for me, I've changed my rates, I've increased my prices, I've decided how I want to feel in my private coaching container. So this is really, the private coaching aspect is really truly for someone who really wants to expand, who really wants to walk with someone who's doing this, who's walking the walk every single day, who's improving, who's simplifying, who's creating better, more efficient systems, who's learning and growing and all the things. I really want a specific kind of person walking with me. And I have one client right now that I absolutely adore to pieces. So I want more of that feeling, but with a certain kind of person. So this is really someone, if you're someone who's having a hard time, you feel stretched thin, and you're feeling like all of the different things that you want to do aren't working, and you don't have enough time in the day, and you want to create, and you want to create more consistently, and you want to learn how to make money, and you want to monetize, and you want to do all these big things, but something's not working every time you try to go for it, this is what the coaching will be. So for coaching with me, one session is going to be $555. 4 sessions is going to be $2,222. 6 sessions is $3,333. 12 sessions is $6,666. Or if you do a 3-month commitment, it will be $1,888. 4 calls with me every month for at least 3 months. Or you can pay in full $555. Yeah. And that's it. That's really it. That's how simple I'm going to make this for myself, because I decided having these 3 irresistible offers, having these 3 things where I focus my energy feels so good, and not having to constantly launch things, not feeling like I constantly have to put something out in my business. I'm not doing this to impress anyone. I'm not doing this to gratify anyone. I'm doing this because this is the work that I love. I love this work. I love what I do. I love what I do. I love what happens to the people when they come and work with me. I've had one-to-one clients completely change the game for themselves. Years of sitting on writing, and then they publish and they become a bestseller in their category. They're selling copies like it's no big deal. 5-6xing their audiences. I've had people, people come up with story ideas. I've had freelancers come into my world who really want to work with me and start seeing amazing opportunities coming out of the woodwork. Clients signing with like these big contracts. I've had so many things happen. I've had a private client of mine come to me and tell me that they're writing more now than they ever have in their entire life. Like, there's so many things that happen when you come this close to me, and I want to create that access for you, but only if you're ready, and only if you're ready to make that commitment. So that's where I want to commit my energy. Is I want to focus on working with people one-to-one. I do still love group coaching, so I wanted to create a container where I can still do that in a way that is easy for me to commit. And then there's the Trifecta Masterclass bundle. And if I decide to create any other masterclasses, I can and I will, and I'll put them up and they'll be there. But I don't know when the next one will be. I have one in mind, but I don't know when it's going to be. And it feels really, really easy. Feels really joyful. Feels so simple. Particularly also because with Wonder Heart Books and what's happening with Wonder Heart Books is on the rise. Wonder Heart Books is about to take the world over. We have some major plans coming, and they're starting in November. Things are kicking off in November again for Wonder Heart Books. And part of that is having Danielle in my corner. Part of that is getting really clear about what I want for it and where we're going, and finally having the vision for everything. Part of that is the way that Songless Skies is coming out. There's just so much. There's so much happening with Wonder Heart Books, and now I feel like I have all this expansiveness to really be the storyteller I am, the born storyteller I am, that truly liberates people through stories and truly makes people feel free and excited. And the thing is, my tagline in my bio says something like, you know, storytellers should feel bold, effortless, and free. And what I was finding, especially this week, is I was not feeling effortless and I wasn't feeling free. And what happens is when we don't feel effortless and free, it's really hard to be bold. And by bold, meaning powerful. So if I'm going to work with people and I'm going to walk the walk of like being bold, effortless, and free, I've really got to make those hard choices. I really got to sit down with myself and take stock and ask myself, like, what worked, what didn't work. And I'm learning and I'm growing. And what I saw this week, I'm like, this is too much, and this is spreading yourself too thin, and this is not who you are. This is not truly who you are. It seemed like a good idea, and it was a powerful learning experience, and the content you've created is amazing and next level, and just like, it's honestly, it's such a pleasure to be teaching the Long Story Short program. I love that program, but running it again, not my vibe. So you've got a few ways. You can work with me privately. You can work with me in the Trifecta Masterclass bundle, meaning you get lifetime access. They're potent, these masterclasses. They run from like 2 hours to 2.5 hours on a really specific topic, and I share with you my entire process on how I stay motivated, how I receive creativity, inspiration, honestly, any force for good in this world, how I receive it as effortlessly as possible, and the healing work I do to remove those inner blocks, to really rewire and rework those defense mechanisms, those triggers that tend to come up, and why, and what it means. And I mean, we're going to go deep in this in Serenity when I teach it live next month. So having this happen this way makes so much sense to me, and I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I'm ready for more in the best way for me, in the most authentic way for me. So I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic about all of these changes. I hope you are too. I'm so excited to see who comes out of the woodwork, ready to fly, baby, fly, because this is huge. The work that I do, I love empowering the humans. I love empowering women especially. I love seeing how far we can go together. And being honest and true to myself, this is what feels the most right. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. You're going to see this video pop up again because, in fact, I'm going to put this up on my website right where the private coaching aspect is going to be. I'm making things simple. Again, like my sales pages, the copy, like I want it to be so easy. Instagram, I've simplified it so much. If I'm going to be a motivational speaker, a coach, all these things, and I want you to really be activated by my words, I'm going to give you my words. So all you're seeing now on my Instagram, if you want to go look back, you'll find things about my life. You'll find out more about who I am. That's there. I haven't taken that down. You'll see the milestones of like Heirs of Fate coming out. But right now it's just live streams and quotes of my words, things that I say, things that I believe in, things that I tell my clients. And you're going to find that littered all across this page. And that is simple. No more curating my feed in such a way where like I have to worry about what pictures I'm taking. I am not here for a fucking popularity contest. I am here to do big, bold work in the world. I am here to liberate storytellers from the starving artist paradigm. No more are we scrounging for things, scrounging for words, scrounging for money, scrounging for power, scrounging for visibility. No more. Not here for it. So let's keep things simple. And if you want to simplify your life with me, come work with me. Ask me, DM me. Take initiative, take accountability for what you desire, step up to the plate, and get ready to make big, bold moves. It's that simple. I love you ever so much. Thank you for watching today. This was huge. This is huge. I feel like such a weight has fallen off my shoulders, even just saying this out loud. Bye.